some of those situations there. I thought that second half we did much better job of not allowing them in those SOBs for them to get into easy actions. We were able to switch much more 1 through 5 in the second half, and to send 2 players on the ball just to negate some of their isolations. This team is number 1 in the league in ISO, so a lot of those opportunities we did a good job of not allowing main guys to get those shots. Jonte Porter, he could not play. He got hit in eye. He saw a doctor tonight. He's okay, but tomorrow he's going to see eye specialist.
RJ really found his lanes later in the game. When you start out driving and you're sort of driving into bodies, and then later you find open space, what changes? How does a guy do that throughout a game?
We talked over the course of the game. I thought that early in the game that when he was trying to drive the ball, they were first of all putting 2 people on him, and they were really active with their hands. They were getting some of the deflection. So we were talking about it, of protecting the ball better and being stronger with the ball, but also finding his teammates. And I thought that he did much better job in the second half with that.
There was a moment where Grady fouls on the three-pointer, and you guys had a moment together right after that. What's that moment like for you?
That's a moment when a rookie sees a Hall of Famer, and even we showed on film and talked about it. It's until you go through it, it's hard to comprehend, So it was really understanding the game plan, understanding the personnel, and this is what James Harden is doing for a decade now. When he's shooting threes, if you land in his space, he's getting foul calls. So I thought after that he was much more alert, and definitely he's going to see that clip at least 50 times until he sees Harden next time. So I believe it's not going to happen again.
Were you telling him to contest and then just keep going so you're not in his space?
So contest, you gotta be square on him, and then when he gets in the shooting motion, you gotta go on the side. So you gotta be on his left side there to contest that shot, because every time if you just stay there in front of him, he's kind of like lunging forward and landing into you.
And there was another moment, I think, he came over to double team and his hands were down here and you jumped up. Is that the kind of thing that you're going to have to do with this team moving forward?
For sure. I mean, we're learning on the fly. I cannot just count on the practice to be our time for improvement. Every time out, I'm literally talking about basics, how to switch, how to communicate, how to be in the right positions. We got to learn on the fly, So we talked about with Grady of putting his body on the line. He was able to do that a couple of times tonight. He got one offensive foul called there. I thought that the other one was also good defense. So it's just build at a time. Right now, our wins are those small gains and small experiences that guys are improving, getting better at.
Another long trip coming up. It's going to take you past the deadline. Is that kind of almost a relief that eventually that's going to be over with and no more distractions of trade deadline?
We're just focusing on the next game and trying to get our guys better.
You don't see them as being distracted at all, being in the room or something?
Focusing on the next game and our guys getting better.